Okay, we're live. I like it. I like it a lot. Very cool. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do this. Let's get this up here. There we go. That's better. Let's see. Okay. It says no data, but I don't know. I don't even know if I'm live. I need to clean my glasses. That's for darn certain. Excellent connection. Okay. Going from no data to excellent connection. Interesting. I forgot to turn off my volume knob, and I brag on people all the time about that. That's kind of a trip. I never do that. Almost never. Never say never or always, right? I never do that. I just did. There we go. Now I can see. That's cool. I like it. All right, so I've got my important stuff here going on. Got really super important stuff going on here. Got my television remote control. That's not a television, actually. It's a, most of the world calls them a television. I call it a monitor. And I ate at McDonald's the other day, and I got a whole bunch of free napkins. So I keep them at my bench for, you know, in case I got to blow my nose, you know, or if I spill my coffee, you know, kind of fun out. Got my back scratcher. Oh, this feels good. Oh, man, this is awesome. I had a great day at work today. 'Tis the season for building nuts for guitars. Boy, there's been a couple of them I've had to build this last week, and I love doing that. So it's been that part of work has been really super cool. What is my amp that I'm using right now? What is this? What is this? What's going on here? I don't even know. I need a sip of Diet Pepsi. That's what I need. Diet Pepsi, keeping America from becoming obese for decades now. Except it's failing, I think. Let's see. Oh, I'm using Petrucci. Oh yeah, all the pedals still work. The chorus is on really thick. Not a fan of that chorus. Where's chorus? Oh yeah. Can I turn that off? I didn't sign it. Bring that gate down. I got a lot of gate. That amp sounding pretty bitchin'. Digging that. Yeah, that's interesting. I got the bass turned almost all the way down. Smiling Bill. How you doing, brother? I got your note. You sent me a message. Man, forgive me. I have been so damn busy. I got your hello message I think in that other social media area. Thank you for sending that. Forgive me for not responding to that, man. I just get so busy sometimes, and I have been buried with stuff. Really interesting. Check this out. I'll show you this amp that I'm running here. You might dig this. It's interesting because if you listen to it, I mean, I think it's got a lot of low end, but here's the amp. Let me just, I don't like having that big old white window. Let's get rid of that. You know, get rid of that so that we don't have to look at that. So here's the amp, and look at the bass control. It's like turned way down. Now I got to tune this thing, so I got this awesome digital tuner. I usually like tuning my guitar with the volume on so I can hear it and see it, but isn't it fun listening to somebody tune their guitar? You love listening to. What's the most important thing you can do in a recording studio? Tune your guitar, right? Right? Okay, so this is sounding really nice, except look at this bass control. It's like turned almost all the way down. So I want to, what is this? That's, oh, it's called Soar. I don't know what this does. What does it do? Big mid bump? Does not do much. I wonder, anyway. Seems like this is awful bassy. I'm going to bring the bass up and see. Boy. Whoa, holy smokes, you hear that? It's like farting. Let me turn the gain down on this amp. That might be helpful. That sounds pretty good. Let's look at my EQ. So there's a little boost at the low end. It's what looks like 80 hertz. There's a little teeny boost right there. Yeah. Yeah, no other EQ. Dang, this thing has got a lot of, this amp's got a lot of low end. Yeah, right on, Bill. This guitar just sounds fantastic. I'm really digging this. Let me turn this compressor off so I can talk to you while I'm playing. This is the Petrucci. Overdrive. That sounds good. I'm gonna go to this clean amp just to see where my level is. Okay, we'll turn the delay. So this one's not loud enough, and it's a little thin sounding. God, that other one's got a lot of low end. That's amazing. And I want to bring the master volume up on this one a little bit, so. Seems like there's a lot of low end on this. I gotta check my settings here. Do I have an EQ or something on this channel? It's going. Send it. Oh yeah, it's because it's going. Well, yeah, but that's not. They're sounding all right. And this is the high gain. That sounds all right. What is that? Presence. Oh, the presence is just cranked on that. Okay, there we go. Bring up some mids for the clean tones, right? S is right next to the E. That's an easy missed key. And boy, if you hit an S instead of an E, sometimes you can get in some serious trouble. Let's see. So I'm looking at my, it says that I'm dropping frames. It's like 43%. And it says I'm live, but I got a bright red. I'm looking at my software. I'm kind of doing a little test. I'm using a different machine tonight that I have been using for quite a long time. So I do want to see. I don't know. I'm going to close this amp. And forgive me for doing that. I do need to check a couple things here. Let me see. Let me see my output. It's the video. Okay. Audio bitrate. I'm going to make that 320. Warning, the streaming audio bitrate will be set at 160, which is the upper limit for the current streaming service. Yeah, probably because it can't do that high. So that's fine. All right. This thing's buffering so much. It's like never on. What's buffering? Because that could be from my end. Because I'm seeing OBS saying that it's got a bright red light, which is usually green. But I don't know. Let me see. What I can do is let me open a new window and let's go to my YouTube channel. I just want to see. I'm testing some of my equipment out right now. And I just want to, you're going to do that? Okay, there it goes. So I'm live. Okay, so I'm going to go there and see if it'll, yeah, so, yeah, that S is right next to the E. That's an easy missed key. Okay, so it's, and boy, if you hit an S instead of an E sometimes, you can get in some serious trouble. Let's see. Yeah, it seems to be working just fine. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm just on here kind of testing out some software and seeing how hard I can push my computer. It's all right. I don't know why your computer. I wish I knew why your computer was buffering. That's a bummer, but that's okay. I'm also doing a little bit of investigating on my amp volumes here. Okay, that one's that loud. Okay. Yeah, we want to balance that out a little bit better. I gotta turn this level up. There we go. Now we're getting more realistic. That's sounding a little more balanced. There we go. There we go. Sounding pretty good. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just test my computer to the max. I got to, right? I've got to. So I've got this Petrucci running right here, right? On channel, what is that, 15. And it's going through this track right here. So this is the parent or the master bus for my guitar track. So if I mute this, no guitar, right? Okay, yeah. So that's how this is working. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got an instance of Petrucci on here, so I'm going to add, let's add Rebay. So now I've got both of those amp sims on one channel, and this should sound kind of interesting, right? Oh boy, that's terrible. Scary. I'll bring the guitar volume down, and to bring the whole guitar volume down, all I got to do is turn this knob down. So now I won't be blowing your faces off with this terrible guitar tone. And I'm going to turn the synth on. Make sure the delay's on and the reverb is doing some work. Right? Okay. So now I got all this stuff going, right? Well, let's go ahead and put, let's add another instance of, what's another really good heavy duty Gojira. Let's put Gojira on in the same. And I'm gonna go to clean, so this should sound really terrible, right? Wow, isn't that nasty? This just sounds awful, right? Right. So I've got 3 instances of Neural DSP plugins running, right, on one channel. So now I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this track. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it again. So now I got 9 instances of Neural DSP plugins going into 3 different channels, right? And it should sound really terrible. And it's working just fine. I'm having no dropouts. To make this streaming, let's see, what is this saying? So apparently, yeah, and I've had this error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain. Yeah, I don't know why this does this. So YouTube doesn't like, especially paid. If you're a, you know, you use the same software as everybody in the world, and you're a paid YouTube you know, pay for YouTube Premium. YouTube is not receiving enough video, but yeah, your software is saying that everything is. I mean, it's telling me about a ton of drop, like 52% drop frames, and I don't know what to do about that. Let me go to my settings. Let's see, video. There's canvas, audio. It's all disabled. And my output, video bitrate set to 10,000. Output style, simple. Stream, YouTube. Primary, that's normal. Advanced video, won't let me change any of that. Let's see, yeah, I don't know why it's saying all this drop frames. I'm not sure why it's telling me I got all that, but I think that's why it's telling me that. And that gives you that little open widget thing, which never opens anything. I don't even know why it's just another little way of, recording path, streaming, video bitrate, okay. Well, let's see, let me go to my tools. And I can't auto configure. Okay, maybe what I got now, I've got a green light and my drop frames is disappearing. That's interesting. What if I switch my camera? Says, yeah, run at 60 frames per second. And this computer is using 1.4% with all this stuff running. And let me check my performance meter. Check this out. So I've got, what do I got? I got 9 instances that I'm using. Let's do, let's duplicate that track. So now I got 12 instances. We're going to go up to 15. 15 instances of Neural DSP plugins in one project, all going to the same. This is going to sound terrible, you guys. I promise. This is. Actually, it's a sound. It probably could be. Wow, that's interesting. A bunch of, so it's really processing a lot of information right now. And it seems like my my stream is working really, really well at this point. At least it seems that it is. I think that's interesting how that window just got kind of weird on me. What do I have to make? All right, so I have to make it that big. Let me see, can I zoom? Can I minimize? Oh no, I didn't want to do that. That was not what I wanted to do. I don't want that. Okay. Well, okay, it seems to be really working good now. Although, oh, there we go. All right. All right, that's cool. So I need to move this up here just to, yeah, that should be better. So let's see. So I wonder if I can, let me drop. Okay, so I just dropped my my buffer down to 128 and Justin, hello, man. I'm testing some stuff. You can see. Let me get this. Let me just maybe remove that from the. All right, so you can see where my up here at the top right in Reaper what I've got going here. I've got, let's see. It's saying I have. I don't know, 6.1 millisecond, minus 6.1 milliseconds of latency. But I have it set to 128, buffer set to 128. And at the same time, let me see if I can, let me minimize these. There we go. So these 5 guitar tracks, they're all duplicates of one another. And each guitar track has archetype Petrucci, archetype Rebbe, and archetype Gojira running on all of them. So there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 instances of, just so you know, Justin, this is what's going on here. Hello, Preston. 15 instances of Neural DSP plugins going on with, I'm pushing them. I've got the delay, the reverb, I've got the synth and the Rebbe on all of the Rebbe So it's using a bunch of shit, and the guitar really sounds terrible because you can see I've got 5 channels of the same stuff all going to one guitar channel. Right? I mean, that's an interesting sound, but I'm literally running 15 instances of Neural DSP plugins all at the same time. And I think you know where I'm going with this, right? Dude, and this thing is not even blinking. It just does not care. So, and also what's kind of interesting is I found this weird sound, you know, and if here's what I can do. I'll just get rid of those 3. So now, you know, my guitar isn't going in, but these effects are still open. So this is just one channel, and I think I might need to turn this up just a little bit. No, not that much. Let's just take it down. Right? Some strange stuff, man. If we get rid of these that was really interesting. I'm going to turn these back on. Let me close this, and I should be able to open this one and just take it down to the reverb. So this is the synth that I'm playing through. Looks like my stream might be buffering. And if I turn on this Gojira one after the reverb, it's just going to get nasty. Okay. Yeah, I just noticed my, it could be my internet's acting a little weird. Better me, yeah. It looked like I was buffering, but I'm not. And right now, let's see, I've got all this stuff going on. Let's check a view. Let's look at my performance meter in Reaper. So RAM use. So I'm using 9% of my CPU, sorry. And if I rearm all of these to record and play through them, let's see what happens to my CPU. Scary sounding guitar stuff, but you can see look at my CPU, and I'm running OBS and 2 cameras. I'm not doing much with OBS. So I think, yeah, isn't that a trippy sound, Bill? And I'm only doing this to test a computer. Hello, Feisty, hello. Yeah, cool, okay. That's good to know. Okay. You know, again, I had to test this, and you can see all of the effects that I've got running on here. All the easy drummers even open. We'll turn on the drum verb and we'll turn on Easy Drummer so that that's eating up some CPU. And you can see kind of what I'm looking at over here. This is how well my computer is either well or bad is performing, and it's 11%, 12%. And I think, let me also do this. What I want to do, let's see, if I turn all those off, all those effects. So now it's down around 7%, 8, right? And let's see, if I go into my Easy Drummer here, we'll open up Easy Drummer and see what this is looking like. What do I have going here? Whoa, holy smokes. It's tempo 210, really? Okay, and I'm gonna get a decent guitar sound here. Let's make this 80, 86. Oh, that's 960 or something. 86. Okay, so there's my tempo, right? And let's see. So let's see what that sounds. Okay, that sounds fine. I mean, it doesn't sound great, but I want to find a different drum beat. So let's see. High energy grooves. Let's mid tempo. Mid tempo. Let's try. Let's just try heavy space. Kind of boring. All right, let's go up tempo. I'm trying to find something to play along with. Hard rock grooves. I can't beat hard rock. Let's go to mid tempo and let's see. Okay, that sounds pretty good, but I want to change the. Oh, that isn't Bright Room. Okay. Maybe it wasn't. There we go. Okay, let's bring this down here. Now I got it set to loop. So I just want to play along with this for a moment just to see what happens with my performance meter. I probably should record also. Let me do this. Record, disable, input monitoring only, so it won't record my voice. And I think I gotta mute this. Now if I push play. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's get rid of that Gojira. And we've got Rebay going here. I want to turn the gate down. I got the doubler on. Let's do that. We got a 7 millisecond spread. So forgive me for not looking at the chat. I'm not keeping up with it. I know I'm just kind of noodling around. Scroll up to the top of your performance meter. Let's see what is loading the CPU. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. View performance meter. Let's. Oh, it was hiding. Again, it was hiding behind my window here. What's taken up the most? Probably all of these. Yeah, 16, 17, 18, 19. Those are all the ones with the neural DSP stuff. All of those doing 1%. And I don't know, Easy Drummer doesn't seem to be doing. This thing does not give a shit. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I shouldn't swear like that. I do talk like a pirate. So here's where most of the processing is. And that's because each one of those tracks is 3 different instances of neural DSP on it, which, I mean, of course they sound terrible, but I'm seeing how hard I can push it. You click the FX CPU header. The list will sort by the effects, media effects CPU. There we go. Effects CPU. That doesn't seem to be putting the yeah, I mean, isn't 1 bigger than 0? Oh, so that's upside down. So if I flip it, let me, Yeah, I don't know. Help me understand why when I click on it should put the the highest rating so we can see the higher ones right here. But I'm gonna scroll back up. Well, I'm at the very top of this, so there it goes. Now it's showing me the most, yeah, the ones, and those are the ones with all the yeah, yeah, dude. This is to be able to run that many neural DSP plugins at the same time. That's not half bad. So if I go back to the start and just play, let's see what kind of noise I can come with. That's sounding all right. Sounding all right. The drum beat's pretty groovy. That's kind of fun. Yeah. Yeah, this thing is working good. Oh, Santa California. Ah, important state. Yeah, I got a lot of delay in that Petrucci. That was a Petrucci plugin, by the way, just so you're, you know, I was playing through, this is a compressor that when I play my guitar, it compresses my mic so that my guitar doesn't come through the mics. It's a ducking compressor, but I got way too much, let's see, feedback. That's just like way too much. And I also, on this Petrucci plugin, something I really haven't figured out, this crossover or cross feed, which I think what this is supposed to do is when you turn the delay off, that the delays should carry over, and which is what delays should do. But Mute-O-Matic can never think about I played again. I don't know what Mute-O-Matic is. It's probably another plugin I'd have to download, which you know how me and those get along, right? Is Mute-O-Matic a neural? I mean, yeah, Beasties. Bill was listening. We were listening to Beasties back in the day. And just so you all know, Bill was was a band manager for a band that I played in Portland for a lot of years, and he got us booked in a lot of shows and got us playing in front of some really important people. Yeah, and that's something about this one, because let me make this big. I'll show you what I got. We'll make this extra large there. It's just huge, right? That's what she said. So here's the effect, and the delay is on, and if I step on button 1, it's off, right? So if I hit a chord, there's reverb on. I'll turn the reverb off, I think. There we go. So now we're dry. Turn it off, it just goes away. It says channel or source as soon as your transporter is running. Huh. Well, this compressor doesn't seem to work too terribly bad, because the moment I play my guitar, right? And you know, that's how they've been. Hi, Zach. That's how the guys have been doing it at radio stations since the dawn of compressors, right? So I have no idea what this crossfeed does. I don't know if it has to do. The delay's off. The moment I turn the delay pedal off, or turn the delay off, the delays go away, which I do not like that at all. So that's something that I think Neural DSP really needs to address. But this crossfeed does absolutely nothing that I'm aware of. Which is cool. I'm gonna make this sample 120. This should be a bit. Let's make it 180. Now, if I turn the crossfeed all the way down, so it is doing something. Yeah, it just kind of puts a lot more. But that's a bummer that when you turn the delay off, it's just off. Which it's interesting that my my old DD5 delay pedal that I live on when I'm gigging. I was using it back when I was playing in a band that Bill was managing. In fact, he's heard me play through that pedal a few times. When you turn it off, the delays continue, like Preston was saying. Yeah, I hate. Yeah. Yeah, this is a neural DSP archetype Petrucci plugin. It's not. It does not come free with. That's all right. I appreciate the questions. It does not come free with Reaper. Reaper's guitar amp sims are, if that's what you even want to call them, are pretty wimpy. They're lame, I should say. So also, so I don't know. I wish that would not do that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add my newest. I think. Let's see, VST3. Here it is. Yep. I got another one, fellas. I did it, but they had me such a good deal that I couldn't not. Damn. Now, this one, they've changed how every stuff looks, which I'm not really a fan of that, but because the other appearance of the other ones was just fine. And I know you can hear this in my. This tuner behaves a little differently than the other ones, but it's good. Seems to work pretty good. So I'm just testing out this new. Yeah, exactly. Hey, you know what they say? If you don't want your kid to do drugs, teach them to play guitar, because they won't be able to afford the dope, right? I'm living proof that that is true. 6 years old, my dad handed me a guitar. All right. So this Plini plugin is pretty cool. Let's go through some of the presets in this, because I really, I haven't messed. So I'm gonna go into Plini and we'll see what these things are called. Nights chords, and I don't know if this is from one of his songs. Ooh, isn't that a cool? That's a nasty chord. A minor major. Let me, I'm going to turn this compressor off on my voice. I don't care. I want to be able to talk while I'm playing here. And I'll close that. Okay, so these are effects that Plini has put in here. That's a really nice one. Let's see, Night's Crunch. Wow. Totally. Let's see what. So that's the octaver. So the lower octave is cranked. It's got an overdrive on it and a compressor in front of it that looks like it's just completely compressed, and it feels. Yeah, there's absolutely zero dynamics in it. So that's another cool one. So every time I change, let's see. Here's the speaker cabinet IR, all right? And they're on. And it should if the phase won't do much. Here's the EQ that they send with this thing. It's got a high pass filter and a low pass. I like that. That's kind of cool. And then here's the post amp effects. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to make this into dark mode, because I don't like this bright stuff going on. Yeah, this thing really, Zach, indeed, brother, that's the way to be. So let's check out another Pliny Nights intro. So this must be, the song must be Nights. It must be the name of a song. Interesting. Let's see. That just changed the. What's the deal? Let me go back here. I'm looking at see how this looks like this here. Oh, it's like the amp is shut off. Interesting. So, yeah, the amp isn't on in this one. That's interesting. But it's Night's lead. Yeah, the amp is bypassed. If I right-click on it, it should turn, yeah. That's an interesting patch with the, so this is a octave lead, and the amp is still off. That's a nice sound. Let me try playing along with a backing track with this one. I love that octave. Oh, hang on. Let's undo Easy Drummer. Hang on there, big boy. All right, so I got a backing track here, and I probably played along with this one before, but I don't want to play along with that one. That one, I've heard that one many times. Let's go to this one. This is actually kind of, let's see, this is in C. Wow, that's kind of a nice. That's kind of a nice sounding plug-in, but you know, I still always, not always, but I love the Petrucci plug-in, and this one, it doesn't have an octaver in it, right? But that doesn't mean I can't use one, right? So I go down and I drop Petrucci down below the archetype Pliny, right? So I'll go here and I'll go into this and I'll just turn off everything, right? Including the doubler, right? I got the transpose done. We're going to turn the noise gate completely off. And let's see. So now I've got the compressor, the octaver, and the overdrive in front of the Petrucci, right? And let's see. So this is going in mono, but it's coming out stereo. So what I need to do is make this a stereo input. And oh, and then what I can do in Plini also is turn the doubler on. There we go. So now I get doubling from Plini, but I get this cool octaver through the John Petrucci plugin. What does this sound like? Pretty cool. What if you go guitar to Howard Benson vocal multiplier and then into Petrucci? I think that well, I'm going to try that right now. That's a wonderful idea. But what I experienced with the Howard Benson was that it does add a lot of so let me put this in front of the Petrucci, and let's see. We're going there. Let's see, factory presets, Howard Benson. Let's do guitars. What do we want to, HP guitar effects. So what's this look like? Feedback, oh, that's gonna have a bunch of feedback and stuff in it. Let's just go to Howard Benson vocals. Let's just go bigger vocal, right? So now, let's hear what this sounds like. See if I have a bunch of latency. Wow. Yeah, it's handling it and no latency, dude. That other machine won't do this. It will not do this, dude. It does it, dude. And I suppose what I could do, this is coming out, delay and reverb are off, vocal density is off. This should be, I don't know if this is coming out of this in stereo, but let me put this up in front of Plini and turn Plini on, and then I got to make the input. If I make it stereo, yeah, okay, so I can't do a doubler. Holy shit. Now reverse the order, right? Wow, what a sound that is. Holy smokes, that's wow. Okay, so reverse the order. So go, if I do that, if I put Howard Benson down at the bottom, I'm probably not gonna. That's just wow. Hi, Hugh. Yeah, that's pretty wicked. Now, if I put Plini X down here, which just is the overdrive knock. I mean, that's a pretty big guitar sound. Maybe I'll delay off in Petrucci. Yeah, okay. Turn the delay off. Oh, the delay's off. There's no delay on anything. And then turn it on. Call the delay out in place. Yeah, and Howard Benson doesn't have. Let's turn the delay on. Let's call it a. Let's go. What the heck? Pong quarter notes. Okay, so that does nothing. And I wonder why. If I put the Benson last, and we're just messing around with the stuff, you guys. Interesting that when I turn the delay on, oh, I gotta probably turn it up, right? Now I should have some quarter. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, that gets a little it's a it's a sound, right? I didn't say it was a good sound or a bad sound. It's a sound. But yeah, dude, this thing is working really great. I can't believe that I'm able to do all this stuff. Now I'm going to get rid of that Howard Benson thing, and I'm going to get rid of, I'll just bypass Plini, and we'll go back to Petrucci, and we'll make it mono, and we'll put the doubler on it, and we'll leave the transpose off. So this should just be a pretty nice high gain guitar sound. Right? That sounds pretty good. Let's go, let's check this one out. I don't know what this is. I don't even know what key it's in. Or what the tempo is. Oh yeah, this is a pretty cool. Whoa, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I don't know what this... So this is in G. Sounds like G Mixolydian. G Mixolydian. That was a great. Hugh, welcome, brother. It's 11 o'clock somewhere. Would track and convert your guitar to a MIDI with retune. Yeah. Oh, you know what, man? That's a real interesting. Thought. I can't remember exactly how to configure that. I can't remember exactly how to configure the track layout for doing that. It's what do? Let's try that. Why not? Because it didn't seem to track. I'm gonna put insert a new track, and I'm gonna put another new track in here. All right, and we're gonna disarm this. And so let's see, what did we do in this? We had to, let's see. We had to put reattune. Let's see, let's find it, reattune. Isn't that nice? Look at that, dude. Yeah, probably. Look at how my effects are so, remember what we've been talking about, deleting and getting rid of a bunch of stuff? Look at this. Wow, thanks, Preston. I appreciate that, man. So if I put reattune on this track, and then you have to, what do? You have to, correction, manual. There's another thing you gotta, what is it? I can't remember how to make this convert my guitar to MIDI. Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay, sorry. So forgive me. I know we were doing this. This is a really, I can't remember. So I've got this guitar track and this track, because I remember it took 2 tracks. And I've got reattune. If I bring my guitar into this channel, you can hear my guitar, but you shouldn't. What, I cannot remember. You select send MIDI events when pitch changes. Oh, is it manual send? What? There it is. Yeah, okay, so now, but you can still hear the guitar in that track. I can't remember what, maybe you just do record disable. So now, and then you send this, you put a synth on this track. Let's put Surge on there. Why not? Oops, I didn't mean to put that. That was the wrong, oops. On this track, we'll get rid of that. And I want to put add, doggone it. Surge, wait. Oh, I gotta go VST3i. Surge. All right. So I can't remember how to get the. So now, what do you do? Do we send this? Send this to here? Is that right? The MIDI track, select the audio track. Bend notes. Now let me see. I shouldn't be hearing. Oh no, I gotta. What I gotta do is go to this and not send that to the master bus. So now we won't hear it. All right. So now we can get crazy, and it does seem to be tracking pretty good, Justin. Let's go to like a sequence. So we'll see what happens here. I'd say that works pretty darn good. Right? All of that with a guitar, right? And in fact, all of the sounds that anybody's hearing right at the moment are free. Literally, you can do that. Well, you should buy Reaper, but you technically don't have to, which, but the retune effect that's turning this into a MIDI, send MIDI events when pitch changes, right? It's sending a MIDI signal to this, which is basically like me stepping on my, hitting my synth, which I don't know why that's not on right now. It should be on. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, it just times out once in a while. Yeah, and I could go to this. Because these guys are. Be careful. Let's see. So, let's see keys. I don't know if they leads. I wouldn't know really what Moogie saw. Here's a Moogie saw. So this is supposed to sound like a Moog saw. And dude, this is tracking flawlessly. You have to, when you do this though, you have to be real careful about bending notes. So I can't play real naturally, but if I wanted to put and it won't, it's mono, it's not poly. It's not poly. It won't. Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't put my Philharmonic software in here yet because I'm really being careful right now. I'm just using what's on it, and dude, oh good grief. Okay, I'll try. Let me close. I don't need that window open. Okay, so let's go up here and see what kind of tracks I got. I can't remember what I have for backing track. Let me mute this one. I should. Wait a minute. I gotta mute this one also. Trying to figure out where's all my music. Holy smokes. What's up with that? That's interesting. Let's go. Oh, that's just kind of a blues. That's pretty loud. It's working. Oh, dude. And I probably, so that was like a Moogie sound, I suppose. Let's see what other kind of stuff we got. I mean, this software, by the way, if anybody's interested, is totally free. This is Surge Synth XT. you can just do a search for it on Google and go to the website and download it. And I do recommend, if you do download it, to donate some money to them. Polka music, right? Let's see. Inharmonic stab, major, minor, saw. Well, let's try this. Major, minor, saw. Put a whammy in front of the reatune. I don't know if I could do that because this thing won't, when you bend notes, you can see what happens. Well, we'll try it. What the hell? This is interesting, dude. So we'll go here and we'll go add archetype Gojira, right? So much fun. I love Gojira. This is such a bitchin' plugin. And we got to put it in front of Reatune. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off all the amp sim stuff, right? And I'm going to turn on, let me see. We'll turn that on, and I need to automate this parameter, learn. I'm going to move this, absolute. Okay, so now I have a whammy pedal. I have a whammy pedal in front of Reatune, so I have no idea. Oh, hang on. Let's do this. I'm sorry, that was wrong. Here we go. Very difficult to control, but I suppose. And, you know, you could automate your whammy. I mean, again, dude, it's a sound. You know what I mean? It's like when dudes demo pedals, and they like get this pedal that's kind of shitty. It's a sound. But yeah, this thing does, I can't remember, you know, comparatively if it's tracking as well as the shuttle or not. But it works. Sounds like a video game, right? Oh, good old Mario Brothers. Let's go to some basses. Well, brass. Let me see. Do I have a crisp noise brass? Let's see what this. Yeah, you have to be real careful with your sliding on frets and stuff, because all those noises. I mean, if you were tracking with something like this, but this definitely could be done. You know, And the delay is on this patch. It's not coming from, I don't think. Yeah, it's not coming from anything. Yeah, that's just on this patch. But this JX10 double brass. Let's see what this sounds like with the backing track. Let's see if I can add a That's a terrible backing track, I think. But anyway, yeah, this thing's working pretty darn good. But I got to be honest, I really like the I prefer this. You know, this is. Use retuned MIDI to track your vocal and split out synth parts. Yeah, and I can't remember let's see. So here we go. Let's do here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna say save tracks as track template. And good stream vocal. Okay, and we're gonna call it a guitar synth. So now the next time I want to do this, I just have to open guitar synth. Yeah, everything's sounding okay, and everything looks like it's working really well. I'm having zero issues with the StreamYard or anything. I've got my mix window and I've got my track control panel. And I can put myself in that if I want, so you can see my beautiful face or ugly face. And then I've got that camera right there, and then I've got this main camera, which is right in front of straight on. And it's just having zero issues, dude. Zero. The thing is humming, and the MIDI controller works. I'm sure that my synthesizer, if I put this input MIDI, should Novation Impulse. Let's go all channels. I should. Oh, I gotta arm it to record. I should. Huh. Why isn't that? So the Novation Impulse isn't. That should be hitting that. I don't know. I wonder if it's because of that send, but that's all right. I should be able to, let me insert a new track. I know this is probably not terribly exciting, but this is the kind of stuff you can do with your spare time. If you, so I'm gonna set, if you choose, so let's put Surge Synth back in there, and we're going to arm this to record, and we're going to set it to a MIDI input Novation Impulse, which is what it is, and it should be all channels. And now, for some reason, oh, I wonder, why isn't that communicating? That's interesting. I should have this keyboard should be hot. That's interesting. Let me check my options here. Okay. Why am I not? There it goes. So sometimes Reaper will do that, and it's that's been a little bit of a kind of a yeah, no, I didn't. I was just having so if I should at this point, I've got the MIDI controller going in here, so now it's working. It was it's a deal in Reaper where if you unplug the USB cable, which I've been doing a lot of that in the last couple of days, in and out, you know, it's like, anyhow, yeah, you plug it back in. It doesn't just automatically register to Reaper, unfortunately. So if you ever run into that, by the way, in Reaper, you go to options. Now I'm going to lose my voice, but you go to preferences, And oh no, you didn't lose my voice. Why is my voice still working? That's interesting. You go to MIDI devices and you just reset all MIDI devices. Hit that, right? And that did it. That's interesting that I went into my preferences and then my voice didn't vanish. That's kind of weird. So anyway, yeah, so the synth is working and the guitar is working. Everything's working, and I got all of these archetype, all these things have neural DSP plugins going on them, running on them, literally, and I'm having zero issues with sound. And according to OBS, it's using 1.6% of my processing CPU. And if I go in here and like delete, yeah, I want to go in here and delete, let's see, these Trucci, those 4. Yeah, let's remove those tracks. Okay, so now I've got my normal, what I would do in that shuttle. But if I go to my performance meter, I mean, 2%. Yeah. Dude, well, you've helped me figure out some stuff. I'm that 0.000001%. And I also, I need to say something about this because, and I know nobody's watching this stream, or very few people are watching it, which I don't really care. That doesn't matter. But if you own a Scarlett 18i20, at least in my case, in order to make it work with the Windows 11 computer, I had to download, on the advice of Jam Pro Sound, I had to download the version of the driver that was made for Windows 7 and 8. And to be honest, I'm not 100% certain that I even needed to download that driver, because Windows apparently has joined Apple in the whole recognizing all the drivers and all the sound cards and stuff. But dude, you're looking at it firsthand, and this thing, this processing it just looks killer. This is absolutely killer. I'm not hardly touching this computer. That is really awesome. Yeah, 3. All right, cool. Oh, that's awesome. Hopefully I didn't say nobody's watching. Hugh, yeah. Reaper's really, I mean, I say it's really easy to use, but as you can see, I'm bouncing around in it pretty good. And, but I've been using it for so long, and I used other software before it that were almost identical to it. In fact, Sonar X1 was the last DAW I used before Reaper, and it was almost totally identical to Reaper. It didn't come with built-in effects and compressors and stuff that I use that stuff constantly. So Reaper is definitely my DAW of choice. And if it works for you, I say use it. Instrument of our Night Trippers, 3rd. Okay. Say you listen later. Yeah. Okay. No vocals on it probably yet then. Yeah, that's not what I meant. Yeah, I don't usually get a big turnout of people watching my live streams, which is fine. I used to get a lot more, but I think I got too honest. Right. If you guys, and I know I've talked very highly of Bill, but if you knew how much of an influence he is and was on me playing guitar, it's shocking. Bill, you're doing a great job, bro. Yeah, it's been really fun to over the last couple of days to get this system up and running. And I got to give a huge shout out to my good friend Mark Tanner, my brother from the opposite side of our planet. Was the one that got this thing moving and working again. I have no idea how long it will last, but just for the record, the new computer is up and running. Now, it's only been running since Saturday afternoon, so I'm still waiting to see if it does something weird. And it's done a couple of weird things in the meantime. It kept dropping the audio, and we downloaded a new driver for my Scarlett 18i20, which is the driver for Windows version 7 and 8. It works flawlessly. In fact, that's what I'm using right now. It's very kind of you to say that, Bill. Yeah, man. So Mark Tanner helped me get he gave me this. Well, not gave it to me. He hit me to this little thumb drive, and I put it in the new computer that failed on me. That you all probably, at least a few of you that are here, recognize. Right. This little thumb drive got a investment of mine up and running again, and Mark was very patient, and we had to try, and Justin or Jampro also helped immensely to get that thing up and running, and it is working right now. It's working as good as it ever did. So I'm really grateful to him. And it was killing him because the product is built by a company that he worked for, and he knew that it was just I had gone through a lot of frustration over having a product like this do what it did, and all the time that I've had to spend and we've spent. And Mark was so patient with me. So I want to give him a big super duper shout out, because this has really improved the performance and what I can do. And not that I'm doing much right now. I'm not playing a lot of guitar very often. I mean, I play every day, but not like I was back several years back when I was composing and writing music and doing music videos and all that stuff. I think I got a little burned out on that because it put so much effort into it for not a whole lot of, response and just a lot of work goes into videos that are not very good, but you are absolutely right. Phew, Mark is an amazing dude. And, even throughout this process of getting this thing up and running again, it's done some really weird stuff, excuse me. And, I kind of got frustrated even in that part. And Justin and Mark were so very patient with me, and they could feel my frustration, and they were frustrated too, because they're like, try this. And I'd try it and it would work. And it was something I would have never thought of. And I'm pretty good with computers as far as navigating on them. But when it comes down to having a computer doing stuff it ain't supposed to do, I'm not very good with that. And Justin has been a really, I've learned so much from him. And even when it comes to using a DAW, he was very instrumental in me getting much, much better at it than I would be right now. And I knew enough to be dangerous, is what I like to say. But Justin made me very dangerous, I think. And it's kind of sad, with the two of us, with all of our knowledge and experience and all that stuff, we can't use it more, to help many other people. I mean, we've both helped a lot of people, but it's really too bad that we don't own a recording studio and record records, for folks and mix them and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of checking out the yeah, and that was well, not always, because even back when 4-tracks were around, cassette 4-tracks, Smile and Bill gave me a 4-track recording device to use, and I ain't kidding. Bill Keenum, I was probably 22 years old, and me and my wife were renting this little house with a basement that ended up being our band house. He brought over this little 4-track machine. Now, he probably doesn't even remember doing that. So that was really my diving in. I was 20, 21, maybe 22. And I started multi-track recording and with the 4-track. So, and then move ahead to what year was it? 95-ish. Is even, and during that time also, from when ADATs came out, I was working on ADAT machines at my friend's recording studio, because they're not a far cry from a cassette deck, and at that point, or 4-track. So that was a real interesting learning experience. But I got really Bill. Right. I wish I knew what happened to that one. But fast forward to I think it was 97, maybe 1990. Yeah, it was 97. Smile and Bill, I got, I think at that time I bought a Dell computer. 95 when you graduated, geez. Yeah, class of 89 right here. All blue, yeah. I don't remember. This one was a little black machine, that 4-track that Bill gave me. And God, what I wouldn't do to have some of those cassettes back, because I wrote some really cool stuff during that time, because I wasn't playing in a band. I was raising my child, and I had this basement with my guitars set up, no band going, and I would just sit down there and push record and play, kind of like what I do here when I just put a drum beat on, only I didn't have anything close to this kind of stuff. And I composed some really cool pieces of music. So that was a cool moment. But I think it was 97, maybe 1998, when I got a Dell computer, and Bill came over to my house with this CD-ROM, right? And it said Cool Edit Pro, or Cool Edit, not even Cool Edit Pro. And he handed me that, 69 owes you one, Bill. That ain't no joke. Bill he's as true of a hippie. He was 18 years old in 1969 in Berkeley, California, right? Something like that. But Bill, the guy right here, you guys are seeing him, we're talking, he brought this CD-ROM of Cool Edit, and I put it in there, and that was the game-changing moment. And I knew about Pro Tools, and I'd seen it, in a studio in my hometown. But I didn't get to dive into it very much. But in about 97 was when when I got into digital recording. I've been doing it ever since. So how long is that? 26 years now. Yeah. Good for her. All right, that's nice to hear that. I haven't used a lot as a, I would consider myself kind of a hippie too. But I never got into using much in the way of smoking a lot of pot. I grew it for a long time, made a lot of money growing it back when it was very illegal and you could make a boatload of money selling it. I didn't hardly, I smoked it, but I knew when to not smoke it. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Never smoked it at work, never drank at work, no, none of that stuff. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're, let's see, God, I can't remember the date. Is it the 27th? We don't have to say the month or anything, but is yours the 27th? Or no, it's like the 3rd. No. Maybe the 3rd. I can't. Yeah, you forgive me, man. I'm terrible with that sort of stuff. Yeah. Right. Right. I did not inhale. Yeah, my dad, Bill knows my dad. In fact, Bill lives half a mile from my dad. But right now, he could walk over to my dad's house. 21st. Okay. All right. So we're what is that? 8-9 days apart. But my dad has. I won't say he's never used any alcohol or drugs like marijuana, but I've seen him, like, I ain't kidding, through my entire life. At a wedding, I remember once ever seeing him take a sip of champagne. And it's not something he just never drank. He wasn't into it. So he's one of the most sober people anybody could know ever. I mean, and I don't know if Bill was around. I don't know if you were around my dad. Right. The hash. Yeah. Well, I don't know if Bill was around he was around my dad before I was born. Because Bill, you arrived on the scene where my mom and uncle were hanging. And they had that house over on 30th. So my dad, I think he drank beer over there, but I don't think so. I don't remember. I mean, I was so little then. Yeah. My dad's very much into the Baptist church. He's very involved with his church. Yeah, I remember like Mexican dirtweed, man. Yeah, right. As everybody gets saved. Hey, I got saved when I was like 4 years old, so I'm saved. I was probably 5 when I did it. And then I remember I did it again like when I was 12 or 13. Damn, that's a lot of delay on that. That's interesting. Oh, it goes on forever. What is the feedback set at on that? Oh, it's turned way up. Yeah. No wonder. Usually I have it set around there. The cross feed. Yeah. Now, nice. Yeah, turn off the spell check. I think I have mine shut off for that exact same reason. Oh, you got an Eastman. Okay. Adirondack. Oh, that's cool. I'll bet. You got an Adirondack spruce top, dude. That's true. And I love those guitars. My brother-in-law, and I don't ever see him anymore, but he got one. That's his main axe. And he's a really fantastic. You've heard him on some of my recordings. In fact, the one that kind of put me on the map, I can see it all from here. That was John singing that. And he's a fantastic guitar player, but he loves his Eastman. Did you get it from the shop that you work at, Hugh, or did you get it someplace else? I think you're still working at a music store, if I'm not mistaken. I think you are. Hopefully you're still working on guitars. I don't know if you're still doing that. Right. It's interesting, because of the lifestyle that I lead and the work that I do, not everybody, but most people think that I am a pothead, right? I mean, people are all, and I don't make it too, because it's very nice. And I think people feel really good about it, but I get tipped. I'm never without marijuana, ever. Never without it. People give it to me all the time. Yeah, Hugh, I'm curious if I don't know if you're still here, but if did you get that guitar from the shop? Graphtec saddles. Oh, well, I might disagree with you on that one, brother. But mine, the ones I have, I put them on my guitars 15 years ago. Private sale. Okay, cool. Yeah, and in fact, let's do this. It's gonna go beep. I hear a little bit of. I never turn. I don't care about that. So I can't. You brought up Graphtec saddles, brother. So I'm gonna tell you how much I love Graphtec saddles. And Bill could tell you a story about this guitar that I probably never shared with anybody, but Graphtec saddles suck. Really? I don't know if you're talking about like for a Strat, but corners sharp and flipped around. Wow, that's interesting. Bear class spruce. I haven't played this guitar for a while. I feel kind of bad because I've been playing my Strat most of the time. Let's plug this thing in and see if it's probably way. In fact, I know it is. This thing's gonna sound terrible. It's still in tune, man. Let's tune this thing. That's just embarrassing. I think this is drop D. It's drop C sharp. listening to somebody tune their guitar. It's just. Yeah, dude, I love these things. These Craft Tech, and I have them on my black Les Paul also. So yeah, the corners are sharp and even flipped around, huh? Well, I will tell you. I mean, you know how many guitars we don't know how many guitars. I don't know how many guitars I've worked on, but I in some cases, when I have a guitar at the shop and I'm playing it and it's digging into my hand, because when I play this one, when I'm palm muting, man, I'm literally, my hand is resting on that. It's so comfortable. And I may have worn these down after years. They may have been sharp, but I have set up guitars for guys and or girls, and I have to call them because I don't do this unless somebody gives me permission. But I will file off and round those edges off on that low one so that it doesn't get people. But I will not do that without the owner's permission. But the thing that I love about these is and especially on this guitar, I was breaking strings like a lot. And I put those saddles on there and that ended almost immediately. This one, I've kind of retired it. Bill has seen this thing in 18 pieces, I think. Was it 18 or 19 pieces, Bill? How many pieces does that woman put this thing in? And it is my ex-wife, top of my guitar, bear claw spruce. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So it's got the bear claw markings in it. Yeah. Now, yeah, it's probably, it's not Engelmann spruce. I doubt it would be Engelmann spruce. It could be Adirondack. But I don't know what because Engelmann spruce is really hard to get. But if you've got a really nice guitar, I don't recall what kind of guitar you've got, but and what I've always called bear claw was like just kind of little. It looks like a bear scratched the wood when the tree was growing, like ran its claws through the grain, and so you get this little kind of. And oftentimes they're configured like a bear's claw, at least where they're at. You can almost like. It's just little imperfections that look really super cool. What I know of a bear claw and what I've called it, but that's here in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know if bear claw spruce is actually a type of wood. I've never called it that, I guess, but I've seen spruce tops that have what's called a bruised bear claw. This guitar has some. I need to clean this thing. This thing is nasty. Good Lord, Marshall. I can't believe I let this guitar get so. Bruce tops, right? Yeah. Yeah, Hugh, I gave her a high five last time I saw her, right? I gotta play this guitar a little bit. It's tuned to C sharp, drop C sharp. Let me see if I can, I don't know what backing tracks I got here. Come on. Oh, I need to go the opposite. One thing I do need to do is make sure my mouse is moving faster than it does right now, because it moves way too slow. Where did those backing tracks go? Hang on here. Where is that them? Can't be them. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder. I hope I didn't delete a track out of here. Let me go back here. I don't know what these backing tracks are. I'm just gonna give this. No. Oh. Oops. Oops. This kind of. Okay, so of course, it's like the worst. Bend it till it's in tune. Glenn, hey, brother. Welcome, bro. I know. I don't walk on water, man. Okay, Zach. Yeah, I thought that was what you said. You had a buddy that, oops. Let me pause this right here. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know where these backing tracks came from. They got some strange ones here that I'm not familiar with. But this is an old, also this is a very old Reaper project. So, oh, there they are. There's the one. Okay. God, that's kind of cool. I forgot I had those. So, everybody, if you haven't met Quentin yet, if you haven't been on his YouTube channel, the guy is absolutely hilarious, and he does some really great fun streams. Some of them are guitar playing, some of them are walking around, I think, his neighborhood, and uh, and okay, and he definitely knows what an A minor ninth chord is. Am I right, brother? And I will probably never string up a guitar backwards again. You posted a video of Doctor My Eyes by Jackson Brown. Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you haven't been over to his channel, he does. You go live quite often, but usually do it while I'm at work, and I can't really I can't get on there. Once in a while when I'm at home here, I catch your live stream. That's really fun. So, man, so really the reason I'm doing this, I'm going to stay on for a little while because I've got to run this thing through its paces. But this new computer that I got is like, holy smokes, this thing is awesome. It's really, really doing a great job right now, behaving very nicely, and I am having zero sound issues, zero latency, zero. Man, this thing is awesome. Yeah, I remember that because we brought actually in our little dinky town of LeGrand, the owner of our shop, before he was the owner of the shop, brought Jackson Brown to LeGrand, and he played here. We also had the Eagles play here in LeGrand once, believe it or not. And also, Tom Fogarty from CCR lived in a little town outside, not far from LeGrand. I'm not going to mention the name of it because we don't want people to know about it. But so we had some famous folks. Got to get a new dude. Yeah, well, this is one that I bought last year. You probably saw me use it and just throw my hands up in the air in frustration with it. It was, oh, dude. Yeah, and it's so nice to have this thing because it is lightning fast, man. And this evening I was running like some the old shuttle computer that Justin or Jam Pro Sound gave me this computer literally for a Christmas gift. He bought it from a school district that's closing down. It's 10 years old and it absolutely crushes. It works great, but it's compared to this thing, it's slow. So, yeah. Well, that's what I'm using right now for this live stream and all this stuff you've been watching in Reaper with all those VST plugins going. This computer does not care one bit, and it's got very, very low latency. So I'm very, very yeah, exactly. Bias effect. Yeah, you always have really great something about Quentin that I love is when I log onto his channel when he's playing his guitar, it always just sounds so. I love the sound of his guitar. It reminds me very, very much of what Eddie Van Halen's sound was, just raw. And it's fun to imagine, what it would be like to be able to take your guitar and like plug it into Eddie Van Halen's amp rig. What that must feel like. I mean, of course, you're not going to sound just like him, but god damn, dude, his tone, and you hit a big old fucking chord on that thing and how big that was. Good Lord. But Quentin has that kind of, at least it reminds me of that when I've heard it a few times. Yeah. Oh, Sobtech, yeah. Oh. Nice. Yeah. 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 And I don't know. I don't know what. it seems like you told me like you were using the bias or amplitude or something for your guitar tone, or maybe you had a little. I can't remember what you said you were using. You told me one time, Quentin, what you used for your tone, and I was just kind of like, "Holy shit, man!" It was really. It sounded like when I was listening to it, I was like, "God, that's got to be fun to be playing on." It's like again, it was kind of like I do that a lot. I'll be I'll hear guys playing online and I'll be like, oh God, I don't need to play through that sound. That just doesn't sound very interesting to me, which we all have that going on. If you played for very long, you want to play through a specific amp and get a specific sound and all that. But anyway, yeah, it was the Digitech. Oh, okay. So you're doing and forgive me if I'm wrong, or because I'm not familiar with that. Jam Pro, welcome back, bro. That's a pedal, I think, that just. You got a special pick, yeah. I got a special one too. They're all special. Yeah, and you know what I've done to avoid that happening is if I go, like, if it's somebody like, I want to be sub to and I want to see their live streams, I usually will go to their channel and find a playlist and play the whole thing and just let it sit there and run. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Who's got time to do all of that? But it'll keep you on their I think it helps the algorithm not kick you off of it, because I've heard of that, and I don't know how many channels I've lost. I can't see people in the chat right now. There's still people. There's one guy right now that I can't see. Yeah, God, that sucks you. Okay. Yeah. And that's the Digitech. I had a Digitech rack-mounted gear when I had the ADA MP1, and I had a Digitech rack-mounted Digitech processor under it for my delays and reverbs, and man, and that's what Preston said. If it sounds good, it is. That's a Oh, Digitech TSR-12. Yeah, dude. Yeah, mine. That might have been what I had. Yeah, because we've talked about that before. Yeah, that might have been. It's been so long since I've had it. Yeah, everyone had an MP1. Yeah, oh, well, that was kind of weird. I just had a little glitch in my my audio. It kind of stuttered. Did anybody hear that? I went kind of sounded kind of weird. I wonder if anybody heard that, because I've had a little bit of glitchy stuff going on, but I think it just the computer needs to keep exercising. I don't know if anybody heard that. You did, yeah, okay. There it went again. So I don't know why that's okay. Yeah, so it's doing it again. I don't know why that's doing it, but I'm not having dropouts. But Jam Pro, that was exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, it's just like it lasts for 100 milliseconds or something. It's very, very quick. And since we got the sound going, because this computer, I'll just share with you guys what I've been dealing with on Sunday and Monday until Monday night when Justin helped me Jam Pro. The audio was working on Saturday. Sunday, I'd fired up my computer and it was just randomly mute, right? And for me, a computer doing that is useless. That can't have that. That is not allowed. And it's off until I can figure out how to fix it. So that was what I was dealing with. And so, right. Sounds just like a buffer. Yeah, I don't know how this thing could be because I'm not even running all that stuff on not all of my effects on there. So Quentin, I don't know if you're familiar. I'm sure I know you've heard of these, but this is what I'm using for my guitar tone, or tones, I should say. Neural DSP stuff. Let me make this a medium size. There we go. You gotta get a little better picture of them here. And this is the newest one that I just got, which I'm kind of bummed about. Yeah, buffer underrun. It doesn't seem like that's the case. When this thing buffer underruns, I mean, the only way I could test that would be to just change it, obviously. It's set at 128. Yeah, okay. So these are my amp sims. This is named after Pliny, the guitar player, right? And then, of course, John Petrucci's guitar tone. And we'll go to just the straight up default one. So when you buy this, let's see. Yeah, this is the default John Petrucci, and I'm drop C sharp. That's what it sounds like. Right, lots of delay and stuff on it. And then I've got Archetype Gojira right here. And this is a clean amp. Let me go to, I've changed that. So let's go to default, right? So this is when you open up Gojira, this is what it sounds like. Right? And then I've got other amps, of course, in here on the default. You know, this is kind of a lesser high gain. Right? So these things are really killer. They're not tragically expensive. If you got a good laptop, you can get away with running these. And this is, I bought Archetype Rebay also, and we'll just go to the default. Which, yeah, this is the default Rebay. These things sound fantastic. They're so easy. And I live in an apartment, so I can't have any actual sound going on. So, hey, Hugh, have a good night or a good afternoon. Peace, brother. It's good to see you again. So that's what I'm using for my guitar sound. And I absolutely love them. They're fantastic. They're real easy to use too. It's not a bunch of, you don't have to dally around a whole bunch to get any kind of good sound out of them. The defaults are usually so good. Why change anything? You know, of course I do. It's fun to turn knobs on an amplifier. So, yeah, this default Rebay is really a cool. God damn it. Look what just happened. Literally. Man, you watched it happen. I don't know how that happened, but if your guitars aren't getting broke, you're not playing them enough. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. That's weird. My my tone knob broke. I must have just been getting too mean with it because I turn my tone knob all the time, right? Bummer. Yeah, exactly. Peace, Hugh. Thanks for dropping in tonight. It was great to see you, and congratulations on the new guitar, brother. Eastmans are really nice. So anyway, yeah, this thing it took a hit. I don't know. Yeah, I can see that it's. You can see that the plastic is chipped away, but fortunately, these speed knobs are readily available. Yeah, so I'll just order a new one. I probably have one at the shop, to be honest with you. They're very common. That's a bummer, though. That was one of the original ones. So you got, that's kind of a bummer. But again, if you're not breaking your guitars, you're not playing them. Which is why there's people like me doing what I do to help you fix your guitar. I know a guy who can fix this, right? Great Vanzini, welcome, brother. So good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Kind of cooling off finally, huh? We're cooling off a little bit. It's like 27 degrees here, I think. Let me check the temperature. I'll give you the weather update. Where's my weather update? I thought I had there it is. Yeah, it's 27 right now here. Put a drill in my guitar. Yeah. You need to do the Paul Gilbert thing with your drill. Man, I picked this guitar up and I play through an amp that sounds like that, and I forget why I don't play it as often as I should. God, this thing is just such a great guitar. Listen to that. This thing is epic. Thing it's just such a oh, it's been 25. Good grief. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. Minus 12 Celsius. Isn't 0 Celsius freezing? So you're below. Yeah, you're 12. Holy smoke. Wow, it usually doesn't get that cold over that way. That's interesting. Wow, that's amazing. I haven't heard from anybody up in that side of the state, but that's cool. Well, that'll make you wake up in the morning. You walk outside, it's 25 degrees. Woo! Yeah, that'll make you wake up in a hurry. Yeah. Let me let's see. So I'm tuned. Let's see, what am I tuned to? I may have to tune this up a half step. Let's see. Great Vanzini, have you ever seen anybody tune a guitar up that quickly? I was in E flat, and now I'll just go back to E flat. Isn't that cool? I can just 10 Fahrenheit, yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's so neat to be able to. And you know, Jam Pro, on the shuttle using the transpose function on this amp, usually created some latency, and this is like dead on. I'm not feeling. And there I got a little glitch. So let me do this. I'm going to change my buffer to. All right, so I just changed my buffer to a little bit more. It should have a little bit more latency, but drop pedal, yeah, almost. Let me show you. So I'm running this amp sim on the old Windows computer machine thing, right? And it's got this transpose option. So right now, this guitar was tuned to E flat. Turn off the oversampling. Yeah, I'm not sure, but this thing, you know, so I can go, you know, let's see. Yeah, this thing is not liking that. It's doing some weird stuff now. Let me see if I just turn off a couple of these. So yeah, it's giving me a little bit, but I'm, let's see. I can't tell if that's the actual effect. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not following real well at this point. I don't know if it's just my computer's getting tired or what, but yeah, it definitely. This transpose function on these effects are really super cool. So if you want to, you know, change the key of a song, the cool thing about this is like, let's say you record a cover tune of something, and let's say Mark, you know, I did a cover of something, and he'd send me a note and say, dude, I wish we could put that tune at a half step lower. For me, if I'd used an electric guitar, it's a matter, and it doesn't even matter. This will work on my voice. In fact, check this out. What I'll do, I'm going to go up to this is my voice, right? And I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to insert, let's see. Okay, this is going to get ugly for a second, but we'll see how this. Should have some. That was interesting. Now I can't hear myself. Let's turn that off. Maybe I got to put this up here. Maybe. Huh? Did my master bus mute? So let's delete that. All right, so there's my voice. Huh. So I can't put that. What do I have? Huh. Oh, I thought I could put that on my voice, but yeah, and it does a really great job. These plugins do such a great job. And they're, if what I'm discovering about these things, and I've known this for a long time, of course, but if you have one of these VSTs, let's say that you like in Petrucci, I love the wah pedal. Yeah, I know. On that plugin, it's all right. Oh, that's right. Let me go back there. I got to try this because this would be cool. Yeah, it started. I don't know if you guys could hear the squeal, but holy smokes, it was not fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is, let's see, on this plugin, I'm going to add archetype Petrucci, only I'm going to bypass all of this stuff, right? Okay, so now I've bypassed all of that, and I'll turn the doubler off. Now, I should, hopefully I don't blow my brains out here. Let's see, I should be able to put this here. And now I'm talking through archetype Petrucci, right? And if I transpose myself,
now I've got a kind of a cool sounding voice. You might be able to hear the original pitch, but it works. And it's virtually flawless. And if you want to get real satanic, we can get nasty. Really nasty.
Or we can
become Alvin and the Chipmunks. Hello. 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 This is how Glenn Fricker does his what is it, that show? That's pretty cool.
If I just go back to 0, it does nothing. And I suppose I could use the doubler, which would make my voice sound kind of, yeah, that would make my voice sound, yeah, and I don't think, I can't make this 100% wet. Not that I'm aware of. So, yeah, this doesn't have a mix knob, so, but I suppose, let's see. Oh, you know what I know? Here's what I do. Check this out. I'm gonna leave this. I turn the doubler off. So what I can do, this is the input effects, right? So this is what my voice is going through. If I put this, if I put this into the input effects, right? So now this is before, but still my voice is still, no, you should not be able to hear. So I'm going to remove this. And let me close this. And let me close this also. I don't need that. Doesn't matter.
But now I transpose. That's before. Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, now I've just put it in front of the microphone. So, okay. Yeah, it's interesting. So we can delete this, I suppose.
So I'll have to use that thing. Yeah, the things are really super cool. Yeah, that's interesting. I was thinking that you would hear it, my voice in the room. But even for me with the headphones on, I'm not hearing myself very loud. But yeah, kind of a fun little trick. I've never tried that before. So I need to play something, and then probably let me see. Let's go back into this. What do I have? I've got Rebay on. Let's see. Let's do a little bit. I'm digging that. That's kind of a nice high gain amp tone. Let's find a backing track that I can play along with, and then we'll probably knock it off for the evening. Let me see if I. What is this one? Oh, that's let's just try this one. I think I might have a. Let's. Yeah, we've heard that one. So I don't know what key this song is in. Okay, it should be good in fall. Yeah, if I could get an SG to stay in tune, that was kind of fun. Cool. Well, I played a little bit, kind of sex and religion thing going on, man. I don't know where that backing track came from. That was just a kind of a boring one, to be honest. It's a bummer that they don't make more backing tracks non-diatonic, but I guess that's all that I can find. I like mode changes and stuff. I like to be challenged a little bit, so it's kind of fun, especially when improvising, because then you do hit bad notes. All right. Well, let me see. So this thing seems to be working really good. I did up the buffer, and it did seem to. I haven't had any of those little glitchy things going on. So I don't know. This thing is working really good. Everything's working good. So I'm really happy about that. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging with me tonight when you were here, and I appreciate it. And I had a really fun time. It was fun to play. I got to feed my cat. He's probably starving. So you guys have a great evening.